high-value man knows the truth, that getting women is not his priority in life. But he also knows that having a good woman by his side can greatly improve the quality of his life. You should never allow the presence or absence of a woman in your life to magnify or downsize you. It does not define you as a masculine man. However, you should refine yourself into a natural magnet for the kinds of women you want to attract. When it comes to getting women, the truth is this: your game will determine the strength of your magnetism, because game is what sets you apart from the losers who can't exercise their force of attraction.
It's 10:33. Here.
What?
In this video, you will learn all you need to know about game, what it is, what it isn't, how to get it, and how to use it to get your type of woman. What is game? Game is your competence, and how you use it to project your unique attributes and create a powerful personality that helps you win in life. You need good game if you want to succeed in any sphere of life. However, this video will focus on using your game to win the affection of the woman you want.
If the mood strikes.
How is the mood striking you now?
What's your name?
Self-knowledge is the first step to having game. If you don't know yourself, you can't have game. You can't be confident in what you're ignorant of. To improve yourself and your game as a man, you must know your strengths and weaknesses. Chinese general Sun Tzu emphasized this in his book, The Art of War. He wrote, "If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle." Again, in your quest to find and develop your game, you must first and most importantly know yourself. What game is not? Game is often misunderstood when viewed from the perspective of simpletons and effeminate males. Simps would have you believe that game means blindly acquiescing to a woman's whims to achieve an ulterior motive, usually sex. Pathetic. However, game is not about lying or masking who you are just to get a woman.
Define the square roots of all the negative numbers. So I is an imaginary number. It doesn't really exist. If I equals the square root of -1, then I...
Those are the methods of con artists, fakes, and beta males who prey on insecure, attention-seeking girls. They believe a quality woman would never appreciate a man for who he really is, or, in the case of simps, is not. Interestingly enough, the simps are right. Henry Ford agreed with them when he said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." That is, you plant the seeds of failure or success, whether in life or with women, in your mind. Game is not what the manosphere believes is most important. The triad of the vain trinity of looks, money, and status. It is beyond that. Of course, looks, money, and status can play a significant role, and they will surely aid you. However, they are not the be-all and end-all of you. In other words, you can still get women without having them. How? By having game. Most men in the world do not have looks, money, or status. For the men that do, they have some combination of these items. Or, even rarer, they have all three, as A-list celebrities do. However, just because they possess the manosphere's trifecta does not mean they have game. A lot of these guys are closeted simps. They rely too heavily on their looks, wallets, or status, but they lack the substance within. They are like junk food at a fancy restaurant. Unacceptable. When one of these guys pulls a woman with his looks, money, or status, she may be initially interested and attracted to him. However, She rarely likes him for who he is as a person, his character, his leadership, and his aura. So she can never respect him because the motivation for her attraction is just as shallow as the man himself. When she finally uncovers the weak and effeminate man underneath, she will only take advantage of him for her personal gain. He will be a lord to his admirers, but a toy at home. Opposite this is a masculine man with game, who can get women based on who he is. He does not need or depend on looks, money, or status to make a woman interested and affectionate towards him. Think about that one guy in your high school who did not have looks, money, or status, but still had the game and panache to pull all the pretty girls. You simply need to develop your game with the special ingredients that make you an individual. It's your job as a man to cultivate the best of yourself and showcase who you are to women. When you have your game sorted out, looks, money, and status should come after. They should only be supplementary factors, not the crutches the manosphere compels you to acquire before you can get women. Game. More than just getting women. Remember, your game is versatile. You can use game not only to get women, but also to filter out women who are not worthy of you or your time as a high-value man. A real-life example of this use of game happened to actor and musician Johnny Depp. Depp has the looks, money, and status, and was in a relationship with another celebrity, Amber Heard. Yes, he got the girl, but it was in vain. He lacked the game to properly vet her and their relationship. He lacks the game to realize that if a woman is not willing to follow your program as a man, you reject her and the relationship. As a result, Amber Heard ended up assaulting him and even attempted to sue him and drag his good name and reputation in the mud. If Depp's game had been sharp and alert, he would have discovered her toxic character before committing to a relationship with her. You always need to vet a woman. Ask yourself these critical questions when vetting a girl. Does she have feminine qualities and a moral character? Will she be a good girlfriend, wife, and mother of your children? Are you compatible with each other? And will she fully submit to your program with you as the leader in the relationship and eventually your family? You should use your game to answer these questions early in your engagement with a woman. And what do you do when you find out she is not up to your standards as a high-value man? You stop pursuing her and move on. Most simps would bend over backwards until their backs break, just for the chance to get between a woman's legs. Disgraceful. On the other end of the spectrum, most women are also not worthy of a good man. Unfortunately, this is the harsh reality with most modern women. More often than not, they are no good for you and will only bring you trouble and drama. Most women today are not fit to be good girlfriends, much less great wives or mothers. Likewise, most men today are not fit to be good masculine leaders, husbands, or fathers. Men and women in today's day and age need to step up and become better in their respective roles so they may come together in a healthy union. So before you demand a woman worthy of your time, you must first fulfill your role and live up to your standard as a dependable masculine leader. Use game to determine if a woman is worthy of being part of your life. How to get game. Game helps you play the cards you're dealt with in life and ensure you win. It turns your positives into swagger and your negatives into charm. It balances your essence. Even when you are dealt a bad hand in life, you can still get and have good game. You should always be driven to self-improve as a man and strive for excellence every day. Always maximize your game and potential as a masculine man. For example, if you're a 5'2" man, that is simply the genetics your parents handed you. You cannot change your height, but it doesn't stop you from winning. Contrast this with being 5'2", obese, and financially unsuccessful while having a sour personality. Unacceptable. Although you cannot control your height, you can control your fitness, your financial success, and personality. Whatever is within your locus of control, maximize it. Work to always be the best version of yourself as a man. One beautiful thing about game is that no two men have the same. Every man has a distinct set of attributes that form his overall personality. Therefore, every man has his own personal tailor-made game. While one man may be energetic, jovial, and humorous, another man may be cool, calm, and collected. They may appear different, but both men will be charismatic in their own ways and able to get women with their unique game.
Don't tell on me, okay, Andy?
I won't. Unless you want to be told on. Beth. Wow, that totally worked. I literally said nothing, and she found me fascinating.
There may have been times when the cards in your deck were insufficient or your game wasn't on point. You may not have exuded the right amount of confidence, or maybe you were too confident and it came off as arrogance. This may have cost you the woman you were pursuing, and it is completely okay and normal. When this happens, you charge it to the game, meaning you take the loss like a boss, learn from it, and keep it moving. This is where self-improvement takes place as a man. You learn from your experiences with women and become better in future pursuits. A man with a high level of game will spit game at any woman he wants. That doesn't mean he can pull every woman he wants. No man can pull every single woman in existence. It's impossible. You will not be every woman's type. You may have the best game in the world and may still not be her cup of tea, and that is okay. A man with game can read a woman before even talking to her. He can predict if the woman he's scoping will dig him or not.
Oh, I'm not just gonna stare at a woman.
Dog,
That's
I'm not telling you to stare at nobody. I'm telling you to use your peripherals. Now look at me. See?
Yeah.
Look, see? I'm not looking at you. No, I'm looking.
You're looking at her? What do you want me to do?
I want you to use your peripherals. See? I'm not looking at you.
And a high-level practitioner of game doesn't want a woman that wouldn't want him, so his success rate is higher. That said, when a masculine man sees a woman he wants, whether he is her type or not doesn't matter, so getting her or not is inconsequential. He shoots his shot no matter what because he is a man and always goes for what he wants. To use a game analogy, not every hunt will be successful, but failure doesn't daunt or define the hunter. It simply polishes his game. Regardless of the prospect, he proceeds forward like a fearless lunatic. When you attain this level of game, you'll be doing what 99% of men are afraid to do, making you a 1% masculine man. A masculine man of the highest order, an apex predator. As a masculine man, you should be living a life of abundance, not stuck on any one rejection or woman. There are literally billions of women in the world, so don't develop a one-itis mindset. This is often confused with true love. However, one-itis is the feeling that a particular woman is special, that she is the one, and you must do everything in your power to get her. In reality, this is just an illusion you have created in your mind. Peel your eyes and you will see she is the same as the other 4 billion or so women in the world. Go have sex with 10 other women is the most commonly prescribed treatment for this one-itis disease. Taking your game out for a ride is the surest cure for your unhealthy fixation on one woman. It will quickly show you how very alike people are in general. When it comes to developing game, you will only get better by doing. You can only improve your game through experience and repetition, by being out on the field. As a man, you need to be a player within the game, not an observer watching from the sidelines.
Or you just quit whining like a
I'm not whining like a
You are whining like a man. You about to cram like 10 years of pimpage into one day.
I don't want to cram pimpage.
Partner, after that, you on my level. Come on.
If you haven't found your game, ask yourself, are you living your life or simply watching life pass you by? If you want to be a masculine man who is able to spit game and get girls, all you need to do is develop your own unique game. When you have good game, even without being a wealthy or famous Adonis, amazing women will want you for who you are as a man, your masculinity, confidence, and class.